What's up, you guys? It's ZacJacDan back with another Every DC video. This time we're talking about Every DC Multiverse McFarlane Toys Batman Last Night on Earth wave, releasing in January 2021. It's a story by Scott Snyder and art by Greg Capullo. So here's a few of those covers. Book 1, 2, and 3, and some, I guess, alternate covers maybe. You got characters in here like Batman with carrying around the Joker head. Batman, of course, is in there with his straight jacket on, with the W on his chest for Wayne. We also have Wonder Woman with her mohawk. You have an Omega character there, and that is a version of Batman. Then you have Bane and Scarecrow. It's a really interesting storyline here. So the first two characters that we have revealed to us are the Omega character and that Wonder Woman with her mohawk. And also in the storyline, we'll see that Wonder Woman has the Dr. Fate helmet. So hopefully we'll get that in each package and not as a running alternate. It's kind of frustrating and confusing to try to chase after these alternate head sculpts instead of just putting them all in the same package. And there's some kind of detailed sculpt on that Batman figure, so you can see how his chest is sculpted there. Or I should say the Omega character. And Omega is the villain of the story. He has minions of Bane and Scarecrow that go out and do his dirty work. So the other two characters that they revealed are the Scarecrow. Notice Scarecrow has no legs. He's walking around on his hands, or he'll ride around on Bane's back. And you also have the Batman figure with his, like I said, his straight jacket on and his W on his chest for Wayne. And kind of there in the middle is showing the prototype and the way that those straps are going to come off his back. And the fact that he's going to be carrying around that Joker head in that lantern. From this point forward in the video, and we will be dealing with spoilers. So if you haven't read the story and you want to, and you don't want to be spoiled by what happens in the story, I would go ahead and stop the video now. But if you don't mind, I'm going to explain a little bit of the storyline and what it is that we are seeing here. So Alfred comes up to Bruce while he's in a insane asylum, I guess Arkham, and shows him, hey, this is what you've been wearing whenever you were going insane. You actually aren't Batman. This is why you think you're Batman, because of this suit that you were wearing. And then all of a sudden he kind of shows up in the desert, digging himself out of the dirt, out of the sand, and he finds the Joker head and the helmet and the lantern. And of course that Joker head is alive, so that's kind of interesting. He gets captured by the Amazons, which in this case the Amazons are Supergirl, Poison Ivy, Huntress, and Vixen. We don't really see them again. Their outfits are really cool. I wouldn't mind seeing figures for those, but because they didn't really show up a lot, I don't see it happening. But then if you kind of read that little blog there on the right-hand side, or blurb from the storyline, it's showing basically that Batman has built himself a little cocoon that will always produce a Bruce Wayne Batman to protect the Earth. And that's kind of who this Bruce Wayne is that we're seeing that was in the insane asylum. His mind didn't truly come back to him, I guess, but yet he still does have the memories of the previous Earth. So that's pretty cool. So he does find his costume and dresses up, still carrying around his Joker head, and this awesome looking bearded Superman shows up in the story. Not for very long, because he's a clone that Lex made up there in the middle. And he's not powerful. If you see on the right hand side, Wonder Woman rips him in half. So, but still, to see a bearded Superman with a shirt underneath and a jacket, that's actually a pretty cool design. I wouldn't mind seeing a figure of that. And then the Lex there with the Superman shirt on as well. That's kind of interesting too. Let me know what you guys think about that, if you'd like to see a figure of those type things. There's a closer-up image of the Bane and Scarecrow where he's carrying him on his back, and an image there showing Darkseid's head on a pike there. They've killed him and have taken over, and that's where this Omega power comes from, I guess, in this villain. And again, the Scarecrow and Bane are his minions, and you can see Scarecrow kind of crawling around on his hands with the needles on him, and a closer-up image of how his head looks through that shell that he's got around it. So Omega captures Robin and Batman. And of course, Robin in this case is actually the Joker head with a android body. So that is really cool. I'll show you a better picture of that later on. But then revealed, he takes off his mask, and you see it's actually the original Bruce Wayne, who's kind of gone insane and with power and whatnot, and that's why he's the villain in this. And then he pikes Batman with the dark side head, and you see some power kind of come out of the dark side head, and I think that's kind of how Bruce, the younger Bruce, still lives, or the clone Bruce still lives. So he comes back and he destroys Omega himself, and he ends it. And they find the real Superman as a baby, and they're going to restart the Earth with this, basically, put him back in the pod, and they're going to restart it. And so you'll see right there the Robin suit with the Joker, and he was actually a good Robin. He was a good hero in this storyline. So that's pretty interesting that Joker was able to turn around and do that. But to me, that would probably be the next step that I would take in this storyline. If we're going to build any more of these characters, I would build that Robin suit Joker. That would be amazing. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave any kind of comments, what you think you'd like to see, if you think this storyline was good, or if you'd like to read it now that McFarlane is releasing these toys and they kind of look interesting to you. Just let me know in the comments and we can talk about this. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you guys later. Guys, don't forget to check me out on Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest. You can find all the photos that you want of these videos.